Hello guys, how is it going? So today I'm going to change my tire again, but this time I'm going to do it myself. I've posted a video a few months ago showing you guys the MITAS E07 Plus. I bought another one. I rode about 7,000 kilometers on this MITAS, the one that I showed you changing the last time. And I'm going to do a 12,000 kilometer journey, and I'm not sure whether it will last, the one that is on the bike. So as you can see, this is MITAS E07 Plus Dakar. It does have like this stripe here. It seems to be exactly the same tire, but this one doesn't have the stripe. It wasn't called Dakar, it was just E07 Plus. I'm gonna show you guys after 6,000 to 7,000 kilometers. This is a pair of calipers, yeah. Here is the TWI, and here is the TWI on the brand new one. Just above 5 millimeters. After 6,000 to 7,000 kilometers. There it is. Just above 11 millimeters. So this one is like halfway. This tire will probably last another 7,000 kilometers. As I'm going to do a 12,000 kilometer journey, I'm going to change for a new one. So as you can see, guys, this tire is quite hard. The bead, yeah. Now we are going to break the bead. It's an easy way to do it. So this side is already broken, the other one is broken on both sides. Don't forget to remove this nut here, so that you can access your inner tube. First part of the job done. Quite substantial difference, yeah? We are going to begin the second part of the job, and now I'm going to do the trickiest part, which is to putting the new tire onto the wheel without pinching the tube. If you have a tubeless tire, it's quite straightforward, quite easy job. But the trick part is when you have like inner tube, and because this bead is quite hard, you have to do it carefully in order not to pinch your inner tube. For this job, I'm gonna be using this. This is for you to press the tire on the opposite side where you're managing your tire spoon. This makes easier, you know, for you to fit the beads onto the wheel. And also I'm gonna prepare a homemade formula here using detergent and slices of soap. This will help you to slide the tire more easily onto your wheel. You can also buy tire paste, but on that, not to overuse it. And if you use detergent, you can use as much as you want. So you just leave like a few minutes, and you know the soap will dissolve onto the detergent. It will be very, very slippery. Before you start is to check the rotation of the tire. On the MITAS, it indicates, so the tire goes that way. The Africa Twin has the chain on the left-hand side. Just here on the other side is the brake disc. So my wheel is positioned like that. I'm gonna start like this, yeah? The wheel turns this way. So this bit is not very difficult, yeah? It's quite thick, yeah? So it's a little bit harder to place it. The expert on tires, the last time I went, he told me that the valve should be always straight and you should be able to do this movement. If you cannot do this, it's not placed correctly. I managed to reach the valve using pliers. I pulled it from the back, match it on the hole. We have to make sure that this bead here is closer to the center so that it opens the space to me there, yeah? As you can see, we are in the last stretch, yeah? It will make harder to place that bead onto the wheel, yeah? If you don't do like force with your feet or if you use like this. I'm gonna try the first time using this, yeah? So done, guys. Now you have to make sure that your valve moves freely. So, moving freely. And make sure the rim is all across. I think everything matches. 38. Okay, now we are going to balance the wheel, yeah? For this job, we are going to use a wheel balancer like this. The first thing to do is to make sure that it's level. And then you have to place the axle into the wheel and put it on here, yeah? So this is the axle, yeah? Just place it inside it. You leave this one tightened. You have to match right in the middle of the bearing, yeah? So the best thing to do is to use the wheel's weight, and then you just tighten. You see, it has to be very, very tight and right inside of the bearing. The objective here is to balance a wheel to ensure that at higher speeds your bike will be stable. Usually when you ride at lower speeds you notice the bike wobbling a little bit. What usually causes the bike to wobble, either your bearings or your wheel, which will turn like this, yeah, like bicycle wheels with untightened spokes. This is quite stable. But there is also a movement, like an egg-shaped movement, when you are at higher speeds. This happens when there is more weight on one specific spot of your wheel. So for example, here you have like weight placed here on the previous balancing because the wheel was heavier on this spot. So you find the heavy spot and you place weight on the opposite side in order to ensure that your wheel is even. I already removed the weight from the bike. I noticed that it was too much weight on one side, so I decided to remove the whole thing. And let's now find the heavy spot on the wheel, yeah? It's probably here, yeah? You see, it will come back down. It will come back down, yeah. Here, this bit here is where the wheel weighs more. So you have to place weight on the opposite side to counterbalance. You start from using all of them and then you reduce it. This is to ensure that the adhesive holds more firmly, you know. If you remove one by one and then place one by one, you have like a small adhesive for each one of them instead of one whole thing. So I'm gonna place the whole lot on the top here and check whether it resolves the issue. It's just a little bit over. So I removed from the whole lot these two pieces. Again, let's see. When the wheel has more weight in one particular spot, it will always go down on that spot, yeah? There it is, stopped on the other side. So once you notice that the wheel stops any place, you know, the job is done. job done. I hope I inspired you guys to do the job yourselves. A lot of people say that it's impossible, it's hard to change the MITAS E07. It is indeed a lot harder than other tires, but with the right technique, the right tips, you'll be able to do it without pinching your tube. One of the most important tips is to, first of all, to use that solution I showed you in the beginning. Yeah. Another thing is try to carry with you on your trips. You know, it's one of these tire levers. It is a lot easier to do it with leverage. And also, once a specialist tire changer told me that you should do like diagonal movements, yeah, you know, close to the border like this. You shouldn't do like this. You should do it like this, on a 45-degree angle. And the whole job, you know, to remove the tire, place the tire, the new one, onto the wheel, and balancing the whole thing, I suppose it takes approximately 2 to 3 hours. Balancing the tire takes a little while as well if you want to do precisely. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I inspired you guys to do the job yourselves. And I wish you all the best, yeah?